Welcome back. Well, we have Dan Oweiler here, who is with Sterling Financial Advisors. Let's talk about, well, California and why people are leaving California. And it's in droves.
Well, that is true, and there's a couple of reasons, and the main one is it's so expensive to live here. Yeah, okay, so I mean, if you look at the cost of housing and gas and things like that, the problem is the children that are growing up here enjoyed it, but they can't afford to get on the real estate merry-go-round now.
All right.
So they accept jobs in other states or other areas of the country, and then parents want to follow them because the grandkids are there.
Right.
Okay, and so a lot of times it's not so much that grandparents or parents want to leave, it's just that that's where the grandkids are, and so they're going to be close to the grandkids.
Right.
What we have found is unfortunately grandkids kids generally are not staying in one location, and so they're moving around to different jobs, and so you're kind of tracking the kids around the country until they actually develop roots, and by that time your grandkids are teenagers and they're gone, and you know, it's a kind of a cycle that goes on, but the other thing that's driving it is the real estate market. I can sell my house right now for $1 million or whatever it is. I mean, there was a house, I mean, I don't live in a very expensive neighborhood, but a little 4-bedroom, 2-bath house in our neighborhood just sold for $1.1 million, you know? Well, I can take that and move to Arizona or Texas or Alabama or wherever it is, you know, and pay cash and either have some money left over or not have a mortgage payment, one of the two. And so, and the taxing environment here in California is so bad, you know.
Well, and a lot of your clients are on fixed incomes. So if they're facing these kinds of challenges here in California, and they come to you and they say, well, you know what, I just can't do it anymore. I need to move.
Right.
So what are some of the things that you tell them that they have to be prepared for?
Well, I think that I have some friends that moved to Arizona. I think they ought to move to Arizona in July and August. No, seriously.
Yeah.
You need to go to Arizona in July and August and say, okay, can I handle that? You know, and so, or I'm going to go to Idaho. Go to Idaho in December and January and February when the snow is there, okay? You need to be able to say, oh, not go there in April.
Right.
When everything is good in April,
you
need to be able to say, okay, can I handle the mosquitoes in Florida? Or can I handle the bugs in the summertime?
Right.
All those things come into play, and so when I am counseling somebody, I tell them, you need to, I've had clients that have moved out, went to Colorado, and you know, 2 or 3 years later, they're back because of the snow, and they just didn't like the snow.
Right.
And so you need to not make a rash decision, make an informed decision. So go there during the times that are not, you know, September, October, go there, or April or May. Go there when it's going to be the most adverse to you.
Right.
So that's one thing.
What if somebody, so let's say people are saying they've still had enough, but they want to stay in California. And it's kind of, because why did they stay? Well, the weather is awesome, right?
It's tough. We pay a price for the weather here.
We do.
Okay, we pay a price for the weather, and unfortunately, you know, there are pockets that, you know, San Francisco is high priced. You know, the Bay Area, that's high priced. I ran into somebody yesterday that moved from San Francisco down to Orange County. Well, they saved money even moving down to Orange County because the price is so high up in San Francisco.
Right.
You know, a lot of it is the taxing environment here in California.
Yeah.
You know, we're probably the highest in the nation as far as gas prices.
Right.
And a lot of that is because of the tax that our gas tax. And so you know, that's not going to be solved overnight because we have a party that's in charge, and it's probably not going to be. It's going to be a long time before that changes.
Right.
It rotates.
Right.
Okay?
So something that you would have to do for your clients is obviously adjust some of
If
the
they want to stay here.
finances. Yeah, if they want to stay here, they have to
right.
adjust their finances, and they have to make up for the fact that it is so expensive right now.
Well, and I'm not a big proponent of them, but they can work in certain scenarios. You know, people have heard all along, you've seen things on TV about reverse mortgages. Okay, I've got this house that's worth $1.1 million. I don't owe anything on it. I can do a reverse mortgage that help my cash flow, and the reverse mortgage industry has changed a lot over the years, and they're not going to come in and take your home. It's just like having a regular mortgage on your home. It's just that you don't have to make payments on it.
Okay.
So they don't have, you're still on title, you still own the property, you have to pay your property taxes, but it does provide an opportunity to say, okay, I want to stay here, and this gives me, I've got all this money tied up in my equity, I can utilize that.
Okay, that's really good advice, you know, because I think people have been afraid to do that, but now things have changed. So I'm assuming you have resources for people that can do that. Okay.
We have resources that I work with, people that can do that, and CPAs, attorneys, all these things that we have resources for. But what we find is everybody's case is different.
Of course.
You know, I mean, they want to go. We have people that go away for 6 months, you know, and then come back for 6 months, you know, and especially in Arizona where they'll go there during the fall and winter and then come back, and you know,
if that's an option for you, that's certainly something they can do.
It is, but what we find that grandkids drive this.
Yeah.
You know, where the grandkids are.
Yeah.
It's a big driver.
Okay.
And so,
Got it.
you know, make sure your grandkids have planted roots, or you're going to be following them around the country, because people don't stay in one profession or one company like they used to. You know.
Perfect. Well, great information. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
If you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can go to sterlingfa.com, or you can call the number on your screen. We'll be right back.